Hi, my name is Ndivhu,
And I am Shudu.
and this is
Sundays are for lovers.
Lovers. Okay, we can start with a question.
Question. Okay, so yet again, we are back with some intimate, deep questions that we'll be asking each other. The first question I have is, what does home feel like to you in our relationship emotionally and physically?
I think for as long as we are together and you're around, it feels like home. It is home. Because maybe when we are not together, it feels strange. It feels like, sometimes you feel like a stranger in your own home when things are not going your way. But I think when we are together and we are at peace, everybody is happy, the kids are happy, we are happy, then that is a definition of home for me.
Well, for me, physically, I think physically it's just chilling and watching whatever we are watching. That would be physically, and then emotionally, I think turbulence and no turbulence moment. For me, it feels like it's home because I believe that what makes a home is the tough moments that you go through. It is the fun moments. It is the emotionally draining moments. It is all those things because unfortunately in life where you find the most comfort, sometimes it's where you find the most pain because those are the people that are able to understand you very well, even in the toughest moments. So I'd say whatever that looks like on daily basis, that's what makes it home. The moment I walk through the door, I feel like I'm at home, whether we are in a moment of peace or moment of sadness, whatever it looks like.
All right, next one is, what is something in our marriage you think we don't talk about enough?
Let me see. Oh my God. I can't say for certain. Yeah, but I can't. Maybe start. I will be thinking, or what is it?
I would say things that do not make us happy. You don't like entertaining that subject. You would rather have us solve as soon as we can, just so that we can go back to our usual selves. So yeah, I would say that, like, whatever that we are disagreeing on, it's what we don't talk about more often.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair point. Yeah, I think, and just anything that has to do with emotional, like well-being, in a sense of what, like individually, what troubles each of us in terms of what struggles emotionally are we having relating to the relationship or the marriage. I'd echo that.
Okay. Next question is, what is a turning point, good or bad, you felt in our relationship, and how did it change you?
Turning point. Yo, Jesus. These questions are hitting me strong. Turning point. Can you repeat the question?
What is a turning point, good or bad, you felt in our relationship, and how did it change you?
Okay, I'd say moving from a couple that is dependent on salary to a couple that is dependent on business. I think that's something that has changed me. I wouldn't say from expenditure point of view, it still feels like the old way because you have got needs that you need to spend on. But I just think the way of thinking, or you have to think about month end and the responsibility that you have to fulfill month end, or even throughout the course of each day. So I'd say that has been a bigger turning point in terms of how we manage ourselves from a financial point of view, and from we can't just we don't depend on bonuses. We don't depend on so those things are no longer valid.
Okay, I would say when we became parents, because everything changed, there was now another human being that is a stranger that now we had to take care of. And then there was you. I think on my side, it was just battling between motherhood and being a wife. And I think I struggled a lot on that department, because you need my attention and then the child needs my attention, and you never know how do you divide it. Sometimes when you're talking to me, you are maybe telling me how your day was, and then the child starts crying, and then I have to get up and it was a struggle. But yeah, so I would say when we became parents.
Okay, that's cool. What do you think is the most powerful part of our bond?
The most powerful, I would say when we are making love and watching TV.
For me, it's a thing of maybe the past makes us stronger, in a sense of the things that we have went through, the struggles, the disagreements, the arguments, the moments of difficulty, the great moments, the beautiful moments that we have shared. I think that's what keeps us bonded, in a sense, and remains powerful, because I think you are much more bonded as a human being to the people that you have shared the struggle with. And I think that remains key in terms of our existence and our ability to stay strong.
Okay, nice answer. Looks like you rehearsed it.
I know, I just speak well.
You do.
It's in me.
Okay, some of the questions here we've already asked, or you are asking them. What have you learned about yourself since being with me?
About myself, that I'm a damn strong guy. I used to think, Corey, I'm weak, but yeah, I've learned that I'm a very strong person, and I can be whatever I want to be, and whenever I want to be. In terms of if I'm supposed to be a forgiving person, if I'm supposed to be a kind person, if I'm supposed to be a sweet person, if I'm supposed to be a strong person, a forgiving person, whatever the case is, I can be whatever I need to be. And that's one thing I've learned.
I think what I've learned is that I wanted to say I'm strong, but you beat me to it. But I will say I'm very selfish. And thinking of the next person, it is so hard to do, but yet so important when you're married, because you can't think about Ndivhu every day. In fact, when you are married, it has to be the other party. When you wake up, you don't want to talk. You are forced to. You are supposed to. You can't wake up and you just be like, I'm moody. With me, I can't just wake up and be like, I don't want to wake up. I am forced to wake up because there's another person that I need to live life with. Unlike if I was alone, I wouldn't have to answer to anybody. I wouldn't have to be with anybody. I could just lay in bed the whole day. But yeah, I guess to realize that I think I loved myself a lot. And now you have to sort of like love that self with another person. Yeah. You still have questions?
I have one. Producer felt for me. And then she said, let me just give him one question. When we go through conflict, what connection gestures, words, touch, tone help you feel re-anchored to me instead of drifting apart? So it's when you go through conflict, what connection gestures, that could be words, touch, or tone, help you feel re-anchored to me instead of drifting apart?
For me, I would say serving you food.
Elaborate now.
I don't want to elaborate.
Why?
Yeah, that's it. It's when I'm serving you food. And then when you take the food, you sort of like want to smile, but because we're not talking, you just, but I still, I feel I'm still doing my duties as a wife, and it makes me feel like I'm still trying to get closer to you, even though at that point, probably we're not talking, we're having conflicts, we're not getting along and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's a thing of, I think when I see you, I think it's a thing of, okay, it's two ways in terms of you doing what you still need to do, regardless of the fact that we are fighting. You would still be doing the things that maybe that serve me, like the food, like the food, the washing or whatever, to the point of, let's say, for instance, we are saying, or we are separating, but you will still be doing the laundry. You will still be doing things that have to do with me. One would expect, when we are having a conflict, just say, there are your clothes, my brother. You find, when I look into the laundry basket, I find only my clothes remaining there.
Yeah.
So I think it's that, but at the same time, hey, I'm calling now.
You're calling who?
So I think it's that, but the smile gives me the comfort in terms of, if you can just smile for whatever reason, it just makes me feel, we are headed to the right direction.
Okay. Another one is, what is the hardest we question you have ever asked yourself about us, and how would you answer it now?
Will we make it? I think that will be the one thing. And how do I feel right now about it? Right now, I feel comfortable in a sense of asking that question, because I think that question is much more seasonal, and mostly when you're asking it, it's because of the situations that are happening at that particular time. To say, what does the future look like? Is it good? Is it bad? What does it look like?
I think for me would be, do I still want to be here? But how would I answer it now? It will be, definitely, I still want to be here. But there are some challenges that when we are facing, you're like, do I really want to be here? But like you said, it's seasonal. I mean, I never ask myself those questions when I'm happy. And even when I'm happy and I ask myself that question, the answer is always yes. But when makuteka teka, you're like, yay. Sometimes you look at single people and you're like, ungathi happy, man. And then you get closer to them and you realize that, okay, it's not all of them that are happy, But I think, it will be that.
Okay. I think my last question, because we are out of time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does safety in love look like to you? How can I help you build that space with you?
Safety. Safety would be me being able to be vulnerable and be able to open up fully without feeling like I'm going to offend the next person, you in this case, without feeling like without you even getting defensive because of how I feel. For it to be the moment to be about me. If I'm coming to say, I feel this way, I don't feel this way, then the moment it's about me, not, but you also do it. You also did 1, 2, 3. Remember last week, things like that. So I would say, for me, that will be the answer.
Yeah, for me, I think it's similar. It's just a thing of being heard. And being heard irrespective of anything else in terms of like, this is what you have done before or whatever the case is. And being heard for me and for what I'm saying, not how it makes you feel, not like, anybody in their right mind of right. I'm not saying that's what you say, but I'm just saying, or the response, the auto response would be, anybody in their right sense of mind should know this, should not do this, should do that. It's a thing of, anybody, but I want to be heard for me and for what I'm saying in that particular moment, irrespective of whatever. But I think it's something that we continue to work on, and we continue to see positives out of it. The mere fact that it happens, and it's something that we have addressed before together. It's a thing of we continue to build on it. We continue to make amends and create a space wherein both of us can feel ore head. And the one thing for sure is that the one thing we take for granted when it comes to relationships is that you feel like because you are angry in that particular moment, every moment looks like that. Yeah, sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're not, because of whatever that is contributing to that situation. So not all days are the same. Amalanga awafani.
My last one would be, what does forgiveness look like for you in a relationship? And when you have found it hard, to forgive?
Well, I think forgiveness looks like us. I think in a nutshell, forgiveness looks like us. I think had there been no forgiveness, then we wouldn't be here, And in terms of forgiving, forgiveness, I think it's not just about the next person. Forgiveness is also about me. So I think being able to forgive me for the things I did and for the things that I do, I think that's the one thing that I would say rings or sounds louder or rings louder.
Yeah, okay. Side note, when it comes to the forgiveness, I feel like if you can't forgive, don't get married. I just felt like I should say that, because marriage or relationship is about forgiveness. And sometimes it's not even major things that you have to forgive. It's the smallest thing. I remember yesterday we had a bit of conflict. I'm trying to think what happened.
I'm wondering.
I think I was saying something. You asked me something.
In the morning. Yeah,
yes, you asked me something and I responded and you said, and I'm like, and you walked away. And I come to you and I said, but if you're saying, what does that mean? Because I'm responding to what you said. You are walking away. Like in my mind, I'm like, what's the point of asking me? If I'm going to give an answer, maybe you already have an answer in your head that I wanted to answer this. But when I say what is on my mind or what I prefer, and then it's not something that you are comfortable with, you laugh and then you walk away. And when I told you how I felt and you said, no, but I think you said I was just playing, something like that. Then I said, but you can't play with asking me something and then laughing and then walking away. And, I just don't remember how but it was not a long thing. But for me, it's such things that they also need forgiveness, It's not like it's a major thing that, you did 1, 2, 3, such a big issue. For me, even the smallest thing, and if I feel like when they are swept under the carpet, they keep on building, they keep on building, they keep on building. One day that's wherein a person will end up snapping that, no, this is what you do all the time, And I feel those things are best addressed at the time and let the forgiveness be forgiveness, and then we move on to the next challenge, because there's always a challenge.
I like the point of they need to be addressed right there and then, and if it's forgiveness, it needs to be done in the moment, because the moment it's allowed to pile up, it becomes a problem. So I think, I think I'm good. I've asked what I needed to ask. So I think to the people, to the viewers, thank you so much for joining us. You can also just build up some questions and ask your partner. It doesn't have to be on screen, but otherwise we have the platform. If you would like to come through and just go through some of these questions and just tap into each other's mind and in each other's feelings, whether you want to do it through the cards way, whether you want to do it through just the pre-written questions, you can definitely do so. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. And this was
Sundays are for lovers. Bye.
Bye.